Welcome to Roberlingua, the podcast where we explore the most fascinating, unusual, and surprising stories that are happening in the world today. From the darkest recesses of the human mind to the most ingenious tactics to circumvent censorship, today we bring you a mix of stories that will leave you speechless. First, we will talk about the strange case of a chess player accused of poisoning her rival, a scandal that could lead her to prison for up to 3 years. What led to this extreme situation in a game that is known for its strategy and calm? Then, we move to China, where a company has made a very peculiar decision, not to hire employees of a specific astrological sign for fear of bad luck for their boss. What is behind this business superstition? From Argentina, a story worthy of a movie. A delivery man becomes a hero by discovering a 150-meter-long tunnel and foiling a bank robbery. How did he do it? And what consequences did it have? And finally, for our listeners in Venezuela, we'll explore the technological tools they're using to bypass social media blocks. Proton, Siphon, and other VPNs have become indispensable allies in this digital battle. So get ready for an episode full of unexpected twists, realities that surpass fiction, and the search for truth in an increasingly surprising world. Let's get started.
A female chess player has been accused of poisoning her rival and could face up to 3 years in prison. The woman was caught on security camera inside the room where the matches of a tournament were taking place. A Russian chess champion has been arrested for allegedly trying to poison her childhood rival by covering the pieces on her board with mercury. It all happened in the city of Makhachkala, capital of Dagestan, Russia, during the region's chess championship, where the best chess players face each other annually. Amina Abakarova, known in local chess circles for her great skill and strategy, arrived at the tournament room approximately 20 minutes before the start of the match against Umaghanat Osmanova, with whom she had a rivalry since childhood. The tensions between the two were no secret to those who knew them, as both had competed in multiple tournaments since they were little, accumulating victories and defeats, forming a personal enmity. However, what no one expected is that this rivalry would lead to trying something so extreme. Amina Abakarova was caught putting mercury on her opponent's pieces. Amina Abakarova, 43, was caught on a security camera inside the room where the matches were taking place at a tournament in Makhachkala in early August. In the video, Abakarova makes sure she is alone before approaching the table of her rival, Umaghanat Osmanova. She then takes what appears to be a bottle and pours the substance on the pieces that the opponent would move. It turns out that, according to the World Health Organization, even a small exposure to mercury can have serious health consequences. That's why Osmanova, after coming into contact with the pieces, felt severe dizziness and nausea during the championship and needed medical attention. While the Russian Chess Federation is considering banning Abakarova from the sport for life, she is also under investigation and, if convicted, could face a sentence of up to 3 years in prison.
A Chinese company does not hire employees with a specific zodiac sign for fear of bad luck for their boss. The company believes that people born in the year of the dog are not compatible with the astrological sign of its director, dragon, because they can bring bad luck. A Chinese company launched a curious hiring strategy that seeks to have employees who specifically meet a zodiac sign. Human resources managers at Sancheng Transportation are prohibited from hiring people who were born in the year of the dog. All this because it is believed that they bring bad luck for the company's boss who is of the dragon sign. According to the Chinese horoscope, people who were born in the years 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, 2006, and 2018 are considered to be dogs in the Chinese zodiac. Chinese culture has 12 zodiac signs, which represent a year in a cycle that repeats every 12 years. A superstition about zodiac compatibility. The South China Morning Post, SCMP, revealed that traditional beliefs consider that some zodiac combinations are not compatible and can bring bad luck or fortune. The belief is that two signs positioned opposite each other in the cycle are in conflict, like the dragon and the dog, explained the newspaper. In fact, each sign also represents an element or phases: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. The incompatibility between the dog and the dragon is that the first is a water element, while the dog is represented by fire. In addition, it is said that people who are under the sign of the dragon tend to be less loyal and tolerant when they have any ties with those born under the year of the dog. Superstitions also consider that people of the dog sign are vengeful and therefore are an omen of bad luck for dragons. The Sanqing Transportation Company is located in the province of Guangdong and wanted to hire an employee with a salary of between $420 and $550. However, the job offer went viral because the requirements asked candidates who were of the dog sign not to apply for the position. This means that the selection process would not only take into account their experience, but also whether they met this astrological condition. Wu Xingjian, a lawyer at the Hubei Qixing law firm, told SCMP that this company rule could be discriminatory because not all people believe in zodiac signs. In fact, several social media users began to share their experiences, saying that their bosses had also asked them about their Chinese astrological sign.
Deliverman discovers 150-meter-long tunnel and foils bank robbery in Argentina. Construction materials and a kind of loft with mattresses for sleeping were found at the scene. A deliverman in San Isidro, a town in Argentina, foiled a multimillion-dollar robbery at Banco Macro by discovering a secret 150-meter-long tunnel and alerting the police. It all happened when the deliverman was waiting in his car, parked in front of a bank, and heard strange noises coming from below the vehicle. According to the police report, the man looked out and saw that there was a metal rod between the cobblestones on the street and it was moving. He immediately notified the bank's security personnel, who alerted the authorities. The police report detailed that a technical expert arrived at the bank headquarters and inspected the alarms and the interior of the entity, but found nothing unusual in the building. However, the search did not stop there, and other agents decided to approach the rod that alerted the delivery man to begin to remove it. The tunnel had different materials and even a place to sleep. After several hours and digging a hole, the police found a tunnel almost 3 meters deep. In the place they found construction materials, an electrical line, formwork walls, bags with excavated material. In addition, in a kind of loft, there were mattresses to sleep on. Buckets, a kettle and a saucepan were also found. When they began to remove it, the rod, it was established that it was connected by sections for a length of approximately 3 meters, said a spokesman for the Buenos Aires police, and then reported that the agents requested the intervention of the authorities of the DDI of San Isidro and the prosecutor who was on duty at that time, Dr. Carolina Esprella. For now, it is not known who is responsible for the attempted robbery, but the Buenos Aires police, security personnel from the San Isidro district and the National Criminal Investigation Directorate, DDI, and the San Isidro Attorney General's office and authorities from the town, Ramon Lanes, are still working on the case to find the whereabouts of those involved.
Proton, Siphon, and other VPNs that Venezuelans can use to bypass social media blocks. VPNs are the best option to bypass social media and internet blocks in Venezuela, which is why several companies announced that they will leave their services free for this country. The Nicolas Maduro regime ordered the suspension of X, Twitter, in Venezuela in the midst of the crisis that the country is experiencing after the elections, but Venezuelans have turned to VPNs to bypass these blocks. VPNs are a virtual private network that were developed to protect privacy when connected to the internet. This technology encrypts the connection by hiding the IP address to prevent the internet provider from accessing your information. In this way, by using a VPN, the user establishes a secure virtual tunnel that allows the IP to be changed so that it is not tracked. This is how Venezuelans can continue using social networks or pages blocked in their country using technology. All this is achieved because by hiding the IP, information about the user's location and the activity they have when using the internet is not obtained. This is why when a government tries to block a social network or limit access to certain web pages, there will always be the option to evade these restrictions using this type of technology. Maduro has had a confrontation with billionaire Elon Musk in recent days, and this led to the regime blocking the social network X, Twitter, for 10 days. Someday, sooner rather than later, new Venezuelan social networks will be born to free the country from those people, he said. In addition, the president invited Venezuelans to uninstall WhatsApp from their cell phones to avoid misinformation. However, there is fear that the Venezuelan government will also take action against other networks such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Signal, and TikTok, which it has called multipliers of hate. List of VPNs that can be used in Venezuela. There are several VPNs in the iOS and Android app stores that can be downloaded to devices to hide your connection. Some of these tools are paid, but some developers have also made these services free so that they can be used without any problem. Proton VPN. One of the best options for Venezuelans is Proton VPN, which is available for all systems, iOS, Android, and PC. This tool was developed by the Swiss technology company Proton AG, which announced before the elections that it would make its servers free in Venezuela. Here you can download Proton VPN for Android and iOS. In this way, it is intended that Venezuelans continue to be informed and can communicate without restrictions. Amid reports about the ban of X, Twitter, in Venezuela, we will continue to offer our free VPN servers to ensure unrestricted access to information for all Venezuelans, the company said on Twitter. How can Proton VPN be activated in Venezuela? The process is simple and intuitive. People who want to use it will have to install the application on their devices. Then they will have to create an account with their email or log in with the guest option. When entering the application, the Connect option is selected to select the location of the VPN. From here, the IP connection will be encrypted and social networks and websites can be accessed without restrictions. If you want to do this process from your computer, the user will only have to follow these steps through the page www.protonvpn.com. Siphon. Another useful VPN option for Venezuelans is Siphon, which is only available for Android and Windows devices. At this time, Venezuela is suffering from an increase in internet censorship and restriction, but Siphon still works well, the company said. TunnelBear. The company TunnelBear also joined the list of VPN options that will be free in Venezuela, so it also became an option to evade the blocks. This tool has servers enabled in 47 countries, from where it can be accessed remotely. The VPN service is available for iOS, Android, and Mac and Windows. We have made the use of TunnelBear temporarily free if you connect from Venezuela. For those fighting for a better, more open internet, please stay safe, the company said on Twitter. This tool also allows you to use it in browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, and Edge.
That's all for this episode of Roberlingua. We'll see you tomorrow for a new episode. Support us by following our channel and give us a like.